Are you dreaming of a new life in Norway? From stunning fjords to vibrant cities, Norway offers incredible opportunities for those ready to embrace the Scandinavian way of life. But where do you start? As you'll have seen from my previous videos, one of the biggest barriers to a successful relocation in Norway is finding a job, especially if you don't yet speak Norwegian. In this video, I'll guide you through where to find job vacancies in Norway. Just before we get started, please do check out lifeinnorway.net for much more on finding a job, what it's like to work in Norway, and all things Norway in English. As well as running Life in Norway and this YouTube channel, I'm also the co-author of How to Find a Job in Norway. This book goes into much more detail on working life in Norway and how to find a job. So do pick up a copy if you're interested. The link is down in the description. Working in Norway. One question we receive more than any other is about finding a job. That's not a surprise because finding a job as a newcomer to Norway can be a real challenge. There are many reasons why skilled migrants struggle to find work, from a lack of cultural understanding to a difficulty in verifying qualifications. Plus, of course, there's the language issue. Even if you do speak some Norwegian, many employers still prefer to hire native speakers. Before I move on to job vacancies, I want to talk a little bit about working culture in Norway. This will help you understand how things work here and help you when you're actually applying for one of these vacancies. Norwegian workplaces tend to value flat hierarchies, which means collaboration and teamwork are valued and everyone is encouraged to contribute ideas no matter their position. Another key aspect is work-life balance. Norwegians prioritise time with family and friends and enjoying the outdoors. The standard work week is 37-38 hours and overtime is not common. In fact, it can even be frowned upon unless absolutely necessary. Norwegian labour laws are strict and very protective of employees, especially in areas like vacation time, working hours, sick leave and parental leave. Understanding these cultural aspects should give you the edge when applying for vacancies. Now let's move on to the practical side of things, where to find job vacancies in Norway. Job vacancies online. If you're looking for jobs in Norway, you'll want to start with the two major platforms, Finn and Nav. Now let's take a look at both of those in turn. Newcomers to Norway soon encounter finn.no. The website does everything from advertising a place to live to a marketplace for second-hand goods. And of course, it's one of Norway's biggest job vacancy boards. Just head on over to finn.no and click Jobb to get started. The easiest way to start is to search. For example, typing English is not necessarily going to bring up all the English-speaking vacancies, but it will bring up vacancies featuring the word English in the advert. As you can see here, there's an interesting mix of opportunities, including big engineering companies, financial IT, and tour guides. Here on the left side, you can get much more granular with your search. Område is the location, and there's also filters for the type of job and for the industry. If you look here, you'll see a filter for working language. You can choose between Norwegian and English, but I wouldn't rely on this filter alone, as it doesn't look as if many of the jobs have actually specified this. Another large job board is the one provided by the Norwegian Labour and Welfare Administration NAV at arbeidsplassen.nav.no. The easiest way to find it is to go to nav.no, click Arbeid for work, and you'll find the link to Arbeidsplassen, or the workplace. This is the job listings board from NAV, and you don't need to be a registered job seeker to use it. It works in a similar way to Finn in that you can search by keywords or use filters. Once again, there's a working language filter, but I wouldn't rely on that too much. Both Finn and Nav encourage you to sign up and upload your CV, but this isn't needed to get started. However, depending on your industry of choice, it may be worth registering your CV with recruitment agencies. There are many agencies around Norway, but Manpower is one of the biggest. The website at manpower.no allows you to search their job listings and also register your CV. Alongside the generalist agencies like Manpower, some specialise in specific industries, such as the oil and gas industry, and many large companies use global recruitment firms for some or all of their hiring. You'll also find job vacancies directly on the websites of companies, especially large multinational companies. In some cases, the careers pages will be an entirely separate website. For Norwegian companies that do not have an English language website, look for the term ledige stillinger, or available vacancies, available positions. Bookmark relevant employers and check back regularly. Online job hunting is a great starting point when you're looking for a job in Norway, but it's only part of the puzzle. It helps you research your field, understand what employers are looking for, and determine whether Norwegian language skills are essential. If a job advert is in English, it's worth applying, but if it's in Norwegian, language proficiency is usually required, so focus elsewhere. Beyond applying online, building up a network in person is critical. That's because not all job opportunities are advertised online. Far from it, in fact. When we were working on the How to Find a Job in Norway book, I did a survey of my audience at Life in Norway. 58% of people said their current job was not formally advertised. Use online research to identify relevant contacts, but don't spam everyone you see. Instead, reach out strategically to start building a focused professional network. In Norway, personal connections can make all the difference. Job hunting in person and networking. If you're job hunting in Norway, staying behind your computer isn't good enough. That's because, as I said, most vacancies are not advertised. Many job seekers fail because they just don't get out and meet people. In Norway, networking is essential. Many jobs are filled through personal connections rather than online applications. Even when positions are posted, knowing someone in the organisation can make all the difference. Networking here is broader than just speaking to decision makers. Norway's workplace culture values input from everyone, so even a junior's recommendation can carry weight. That's why it's vital to let people know who you are, what you do, and what you're looking for. Networking can happen anywhere from professional networking events to more casual social events. While Norwegians aren't big on small talk with strangers, organised activities are great for meeting new people. There is no one best place to start looking for such events, although meetup.com is probably the best place to start. Once you've made a few connections, you'll learn what the best networking events are in your industry. Also, don't ignore LinkedIn. It's widely used in Norway. Make your profile clear and to the point, like graphic designer in Oslo for hire. The more people that know about your skills and your goals, the better. So get out there, meet some people, start networking, and make things happen. Timing. When applying for jobs in Norway, timing is everything. Certain months, especially July and December, are extremely quiet in working life. In July, many companies observe a shared vacation period. Mid-July in Oslo or Bergen can feel like a ghost town, with locals on vacation and streets filled mostly with tourists. Instead of job hunting during this time, focus on improving your Norwegian skills or enjoy your own break to recharge before activity picks up again in August. Similarly, December is all about preparing for Christmas and also the end of year accounting, leaving very little time for hiring. While it's fine to keep an eye out, don't expect much progress until at least the second week of January. When you do spot an opportunity that interests you, act quickly, even if it's well before the application deadline. In Norway, it's very common for recruiting managers to actively review applications as they come in and maybe make a decision once the right person has landed on the desk. That's especially true for roles that are temporary or designed to cover, for example, maternity leave or sick leave. They're going to want to get somebody in as quickly as possible. But even in regular cases, getting in your application early could give you an advantage. Visit lifeinnorway.net for a lot more tips on working life in Norway and finding a job. And of course, check out the book, How to Find a Job in Norway, for a lot more detail. Moving to Norway is a massive step, so I always recommend people plan a visit first just to make sure they know what they're letting themselves in for. Watch this video next for my recommendations on where to visit on your trip, from the big cities to the wonderful nature of the Norwegian fjords and beyond. And as always, thanks for watching.